got that covered. Actually, you were doing a very good job on the accent, but you're a few octaves low. I don't know if you've spotted how we work. Go on, hello! Hello! Now you're all taking the piss now, you know. And no, tonight's show, or I say tonight's show, through some sort of knee-jerk reaction, however improbable that might seem. This afternoon's show is an education for all of us, and I think we've all just learned that the funny audience intro music is only funny once. Did you notice that? Second time round, you don't want to listen to it again. We've got to either only play it once or have an awful lot of audience in music. Anyway, that was purely me being meta. Now, hello Brighton! Hello! We are the Scottish Falsetto Sock Puppet Theatre, and so am I, and so is he. Shit, he's got a guitar! I have, and you appear to be naked. I shall just see what I can do about that. I don't know what he's going to do about that. I shall find something. Because today, ladies and gentlemen of the Brighton Fringe, today we are going to be educating you with our brand new show on the subject of Shakespeare. A brand new, yes, of course, it's a brand new show. You could have told me, I'm telling you now. Who has seen us before? Say aye. Aye. Who has never seen us before? Say aye. Aye. We could have done the old stuff, I know that. I have realised that only a third of the audience has seen us before, and those third have all chosen to sit very far back. It's a very interesting choice you've made there, well done. No, it's a brand new show on the subject of Shakespeare. Do you like a bit of Shakespeare? Yes. That's very... If every audience responds like that, then thank you. If every audience responds as if they have come to the wrong show, and that would not be the first time that has happened, then we can only apologise if you are detesters of Shakespeare who didn't realise Shakespeare was going to be involved in this show, because this will be the most boring 59 minutes of your life. Yes, have you got all of the props? Of course I've got the props. Count them out. Okay, I've got one pair of tights, one ruff, one big puffy jacket, doublet, two big puffy jackets, crown, hollow. Yeah, I fear we might have a problem today. Do you actually know anything about Shakespeare? I know tons about Shakespeare. I was in that Shakespeare play that features two members of the Monty Python team. Pericles? No, just the one. And then, I tell you what, then, when I was doing another play, I tripped over that skull that they use in Hamlet. Yorick? Yeah, I'm fine now. But yeah, do you notice they groan when you make those gags? Can we probably avoid that kind of gag for the rest of the show? Okay. Although I must admit, I'm feeling a bit ill after the last Shakespeare play we did. Coriolanus? No, it's just heartburn. Right, so tonight in the show, ladies and gentlemen, and I will instinctively say tonight, because frankly, we're never doing the show at 1:30 in the afternoon why we're doing the show at 1:30 in the afternoon, I don't know. You can blame me for that. Thank you for making it, and did anybody have to bring children with them as a default thing? Because we may have to do some more of that apologising in advance if you have. Are there any kids in? Okay. It's always fun when there is, but there's always the being imprisoned part, which is never fun. It's never what's on our agenda. So, tonight we have doublets and hose and ruffs and... Sorry, can I stop you there? What was that? I said we've got ruffs and... No, just before that. Oh yeah, we've got doublets, and yeah, but between the doublets and the ruffs, well, we have hose. Really? I don't think it was that kind of a show. You know, we've got hose, a pair for you and a pair for me. You are shitting me! You do realise there's people from CBBC in today? I know that. They love their hose. CBBC, they're a sucker for a pair of hose. I'm shocked, I've never done anything like this before. Well, I've got your hose here. They may be a bit slack. I thought that was a prerequisite. Sorry, are we talking at cross purposes? I've got us a pair of prostitutes. Oh, thank Christ! I thought you wanted me to wear tights. I notice you've got a guitar. I have a guitar, yes, I have a guitar. And interestingly, this guitar has got a nickname, has it? Yeah. I call this guitar Ty the Technician. Oh, by the way, what? I don't want to preempt too much of today's show, but about 30 seconds before the audience came in, my right arm fell off. Can I get it down? You don't know how this is done, and don't pretend you do, but there's another little bit of dramatic tension you may wish to hang on for there. I call this guitar Ty the Technician. Ty, a very appropriate name given the way you've got your arms secured. It's a very appropriate name. It is genuinely his name. Ty the Technician is the name of the guitar, obviously. Can you play the next track, please? Strumming gently. I'm a sock, you wear me when you're cooking with a wok. I'm made of cotton, I'm made of wool. You can't push me on your foot, you have to pull. Then you put on your shoes and walk, 'cause I'm a sock. That puts me over your ankle, I'll go up to your calf. But you have to take me off if you want to take a bath. I'm available in stripes, in dogtooth or in checks. Though half of that's covered up by your shoes and the other half by your kicks. I'm a sock, you wear me on your foot, not on your cock. I come in fawn, in beige and brown, I'm elasticated so I don't fall down, and I look good with a frock, 'cause I'm a sock. You have a go, thank you. I can start to smell quite cheesy, keep away from your nose. I come in the form of pop socks with individual toes. I'm not like tights, they're different. Their thickness is measured in denier. But they're quite inexpensive these days, you can get 3 pairs for a tenner. I'm a sock, I rarely suffer from the writer's block. I'm thicker than silk and thinner than sack, and get me dead cheap from TK Maxx, and I look good with a smock, 'cause I'm a sock, a guitar solo. Hands not touching the strings. Shut your face. I'm a sock, I'm worn by sailors standing by a dock. I'm worn by soldiers in marching boots, I'm worn by robbers carrying bags of loot, and I look good against a rock, 'cause I'm a sock. I'm worn by the Springboks, I'm a sock. I like a drink of hock, I'm a sock. I impersonate Mr. Spock, I'm a sock. I quite like bagels and lox, I'm a sock. My favourite cookie is double choc chip, I'm a sock. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, I'm a sock. Can I stop before my jaw gets locked? I'm a sock. Are you running out of rhymes, you cock? I'm a sock. No, I am not, you cheeky bugger, I'm a sock. Come over here and say that, I'm a sock. Do you want to fight? Do you want to fight? I'm a sock. When you're ready, I'm a sock. Right. Let's stop playing that stupid bloody guitar then, I'm a sock. I notice the guitar playing is still carrying on. It is, I'll just see what I can do about that. Bear with me 1 second. No, there, then. 'Cause I'm a sock. Thank you very much. Thank you, sock. Yes, thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen. We are the Scottish Falsetto Sock Puppet Theatre, and so am I, and so is Ian today. We celebrate the work of the immortal Bard of Avon. We are celebrating the work of Shakespeare. Now, we all like a bit of Shakespeare. Has anybody got any favourite Shakespeare that we might try today? Nick, shout it out.
Henry V's speech before the Battle of Agincourt.
Could you be more precise? Henry V's speech before the Battle of Agincourt.
It was nearly midnight.
It's nearly midnight, okay, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Pistol, over here, Pistol from Henry V there, thank you for that. Who I seem to remember gets hung about half an hour later. Not saying anything, but a little less precise with the suggestions, but make our improvisation a little bit more free range. I tell you what, thanks for coming, what's your name?
Graham.
Graham, would you like a sonnet?
Go on, yeah.
Thank you. So, would everybody like a sonnet? Shall I give him a sonnet? Yeah. You can if you want. Yeah. Somebody seems to be very keen on the sonnets. They're very keen on the very big sonnet town, Brighton. It is. Very big on the sonnets. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Can I? Can you what? Well, can I compare thee to a summer's day? Do you know the poem? Poem? Yeah. What poem? Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? No, can I? It's not a contest. Yeah, I know, but I've got an angle. An angle, yeah. You see, if I'm comparing you to a summer's day, thee. If I'm comparing you to the summer's day, no, thee. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? No, I'm doing it. So if I'm comparing you to the summer's day, a summer's day, summer's day. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? No, I'm doing it. You can do it later. Go on then, compare me to a summer's day, the summer's day, ignorant. So, if I'm comparing you, thee, not you, thee, and not thee, that's right, off you go. So, I'm comparing you, thee, to, I forgot what it was now, right. So, shall I compare thee to a summer's day? You might as well now. Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Right, you're going to take the piss, I'm off. No, take this seriously. We've got to impress these people. Look, if we impress this audience here today, we could get our own TV show about Shakespeare. Yeah, because that's something you don't see every day. Okay, admittedly, there's been a few Shakespearean TV and radio shows this year, but apart from that one about Shakespeare's accent and that one about his antiques and that one that somehow tied him into Leicester winning the league and Shakespeare Live and Shakespeare's Wives and David Mitchell's Takeoff and that QI Special and Bard of Britain and the Great British Shake-Off and when they did him on a Country File, CBeebies in the Weather and on Radio 4 and 4 and BBC I Wonder. No, me neither. And that one, Where's Shakespeare Buried, and the Shakespeare Mystery, and the Philomena Cunk one, and that horrible history, and the series about Shakespeare's women from Juliet to Mistress Quickly, and Shakespeare on Tour, Shakespeare Unplugged, probably a Shakespeare Strictly, and that programme about Shakespeare's clothes and about Shakespeare's wine and beer, and it's highly likely that children in need will be children in need of Shakespeare. But apart from that and all of those films along the south bank of the Thames, and Shakespeare just on iPlayer, but who's ever watched them? And the season's on Film 4 and Radio 3 and 4 and 2. What Shakespeare shows have there been this year? The Hollow Crown, fuck you. Okay, that went better in rehearsal. The Edinburgh Preview, ladies and gentlemen, Edinburgh Preview. Oh, you wait until August, this'll be perfect. And then you can all pay to see it again. Good point, well made. Do you know, it's funny though that we should be doing Shakespeare now, because do you remember where we first met? I do, yes. I remember all those years ago when we first met in the theatre. So can you just get to my seat? Yeah, can you just get off? Thank you very much, thank you. Yeah, can you remove your tiara? No, it's fine. I'll soften inside. Can I get to my seat, please? Can I? Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, hello. Yeah, hi. You looking forward to the show tonight? Yeah, what is it tonight? 12th night. 12th night, that's quite a run, that is. Have you seen many Shakespearean leads? I've seen it in Sheffield. I've seen all of the greats, me. I've seen all of the greats. Larry, Johnny, Ralphie. Did you ever see Larry's Lear? I don't think so. Blow, wind, crack your cheeks. No, you're all right, I've just been. And Johnny Gielgud. Oh, Johnny Gielgud. You know, I once saw him doing the Dane up the RSC. Do you want to swap places, missus? No. Did you ever see Cher's Dick? Sorry? Cher's Dick. Cher's Dick. Oh, you've not lived until you've seen Cher's Dick. Small, stunted, hobbling around on sticks. Sometimes it's hardly like a dick at all, but Anthony Scher's Richard III, I tell you, his dick's right up there. Can I swap with you, missus, behind there? Can you know what you are? Do you know what I saw recently? What did you see? I saw Marky Rylance, little Marky Rylance, giving his Olivia to Stephen Fry's Malvolio. Did you know? I did. I've seen his dick too. Can I swap with you in the front row? Can I swap with you? No, you're all right, stay there. I don't know what I prefer. Olivia, Dick. I'm scared now. I'm physically scared. No, don't worry. I tell you what. Did you ever see Simon Callow's Bottom? I adore Simon Cowell's Bottom, the way it follows you around the room. Do you know Simon Cowell's Bottom films the room? Films the room. No, he fills the room. Fills the room is what I was saying. He fills the room. Simon Cowell's Bottom is the room. Simon Cowell's Bottom is the world. Simon Cowell, all the world's a stage. And ergo, all the men and women first man the lifeboats, move up the ark, hold very tight, please, ding ding. We only live in it. Yeah, well said, well said. Mind you, I tell you the one thing I can't stand. What's that? Fucking Shakespeare. It's so strange. You made that observation, and then what was the next thing we did? Well, we did some Shakespeare. That's because you were very convincing, was I? Yeah, because you had a piano. I had a piano. Yeah, you had a piano. I seem to remember all those years ago, you called your piano Ty the Technician. I did. What were the chances? I called it Ty the Technician. I asked it to play the next track, didn't I? You did, like this. Ty, there you go. And then I seem to remember you brought in an orchestra. I did. I was very persuasive with the orchestra. And then I said to you, if you want culturally to impinge by having a show at the Edinburgh Fringe to pull in the crowds and to win awards, you need a show that'll be a draw and the subject most inclined to have critics fairly ganting is the Bard of Avian. Plus you'll get an Arts Council granting. So fuck up some Shakespeare. Start making it shit. Fuck up some Shakespeare. You won't be the worst at it. I've seen Macbeth done on bouncy castles. Oh, we've all seen it done by some assholes. I've seen Hamlet portrayed as an ogre, and The Tempest with Danny Minogue. I've seen blokes trying to be Cleopatra. I once saw it done by Tony Slattery. So fuck up some Shakespeare and we'll all go home. Fuck up some Shakespeare. Why not do it tonight? Why not do it as gangster rap? Oh yes, I know, cause that would be shite. Seen Othello by white blokes in blackface. Seen dancing that looked more like a sack race. Seen the tragedies done as a romper. Seen most lines get read out by the prompter. Heard songs they're done by miserable singers. Seen cod pieces look more like fish fingers. So fuck up some Shakespeare and we'll all go home. And we'll all go home. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, that's great, And I persuaded you, you persuaded me to do Shakespeare, ladies and gentlemen. Mind you, I injured myself down below doing that Shakespearean comedy, you know, the one that ends well. All's well? No, just the one on the left. And then it was on your inspiration that I took a girlfriend, an extra syllable in girl. I know I put an extra syllable in girl, I don't know why I do it. I took a girlfriend, I love the way you say it, can you say it again? Thank you. I took a girlfriend to you, procrastinating, it's your idea, you started this, okay. What was the thing you were going to say? I'll tell you what I was going to say if you give me a chance. I took a girlfriend, again, this is a girlfriend. Well, I could have taken a boyfriend, but I didn't, I took a girlfriend. Did you? I did. I took a girlfriend, this is not in the show. He said girlfriend and I went off on one. I can only apologise. What were you saying? I was saying... Are you laughing and I'm not? Yeah, how does that work? I have no idea. You don't know how it's done, don't pretend you do. I took a girlfriend to see that play about the Roman Emperor Julius. Caesar? No, I just held her hand. And now if we can just mend this little bit of prop that just got broken with some fanning about with that last prop, just mending some, just bit of, have we mended it? We've mended it now. Right, so we must prepare, ladies and gentlemen, we must prepare. We're going to do Hamlet. Do we like a bit of Hamlet? Yeah. Are you ready? Me. I'll just do my stretches. No, don't do your stretch. No, don't do your stretch. I'm stretching. Don't do your stretches. Nah, do those help? Not a lot, no. Quiet. Don't do your stretches. Do what I do. What do you do? I use the Stanislavski. Stanislavski. Well, I don't need to, I live in a flat. The Stanislavski. Oh, the Stanislavski. Right, off you go and use the Stanislavski. Everyone else, you'll need to leave it for about 10 minutes. You're being that thing again. What thing? Facetious. Bless you. Are you not familiar with Stanislavski? I don't think I know any of the Slavskis. Do they run the Polski sklep? I've never been in. Right, sorry, for the benefit of the person also in the audience who was also unfamiliar, Konstantin Stanislav, no, I said I've never been in that. That's his name. Konstantin, well that's not his name is Konstantin. I bet you wish his name was Girlfriend now, I do. Konstantin Stanislavski was a pioneer of theatre, was he? He invented the method. The method! Yes, the method. As used by the Methodists. No. Think, who uses the method? Catholics. Totally different thing. Konstantin Stanislavski. I'm going to call him Konstantin Stanislavski from now on. Konstantin Stanislavski and his girlfriend. His girlfriend stayed at home. Konstantin Stafford, Nick in his bag. Can somebody say Konstantin for me? Konstantin. It's easy, isn't it? Konstantin Stanislavski is the method. This show's going to take a fuck of a long time with a pause in the middle of the name Konstantin or anything that's got an S in the middle of it. I'm going to have a drink of water. You have a drink of water, that's probably going to help you. He's going to have a drink of water right now, and I shall observe a moment's respectful silence. No deeds. It's just a thing we do when we're learning the method. So what were you saying? I was saying! Konstantin Stanislavski, Ray, shut it! Konstantin Stanislavski's The Method comes from his book, An Actor Prepares. Like we're doing, me, I'll do my stretches. Don't do your stretches, me! No, you've done your stretches! I'm going to use the method. Now, the purpose of the method is so that you can act and not get pregnant. That's not really a consideration, no. What you do is you draw on your emotional memory. I'll just get a pen. You don't need a pen! Do we need stretches? No, you don't need to stretch. Don't do your stretches. What part are you going to do? I don't know, Hamlet. Right, so Hamlet is going to meet the ghost of his father. Can you draw on an emotional memory? I can. I remember it like it's yesterday. I'm on the ramparts of this castle, and it's dark and it's misty, and there's some guards, and then there's this big ghost with a big echoey voice. That sounds like the perfect emotional memory. When was this? I'm not sure. There was this play on the telly with a mental bloke and a girl who gets mad and jumps in the pond. Then a dad gets stabbed through the curtains. Hamlet, yeah, when was that on? It was on last week. That was when we decided to do Hamlet. Well, that's where my emotional memory comes from. Yes, we're looking for a more personal emotional memory, one that was experienced by you rather than one that was watched by you on the telly. I've got it. I'm feeling lonely. Lonely, totally like I'm on my own, like I'm the only person in the world. This is good. How does it make you feel? I feel isolated, like there's no one else around, more lonely than anyone has ever felt. What are you doing? I'm watching Hamlet on the telly. You've just left the room, so I don't have to pretend to enjoy it. I've left the room. Yeah, you've probably gone to use the Stanislavski. Do you have no memories of your own? I have plenty of memories of my own. What's your earliest memory that would help us with the enacting of this play? I can see my father. And there's the smell, the terrible smell of burning, the smoke, thick, choking, overpowering, all-consuming smoke. All I can see is smoke. This is terrible. Are you in a burning house? No, we're in the lounge. He's smoking a cigar. How is that supposed to help? It was a Hamlet. You are an idiot. You are doing it again. What? Buggering it up. Not taking it seriously. I should take it seriously. Well, you're going to take it seriously? Of course I'll take it seriously. Right, get your loot. Yeah, this is the comedian. They don't pay you for a month or two. No, go get your instrument. What are the hose back? Get the guitar. I did warn you about the hand. I don't care about the hand. Just get the bloody guitar and we'll take our chances. We're going to do a Shakespearean song. aren't Shakespearean songs all shit? No, they're all hey nonny nonny. They're not all hey nonny nonny. There is notable nonny nonny. I'm not naysaying the nonny nonny quotient. There are numerous nonnies that never pretended that Shakespearean Terpsichorean muse was a nonny-free zone. But it's not 100% nonny, is it? Even given that the nonnies come in pairs. Well, like the two nonnies. We tread a fine enough line with this material without you reminding them of the existence of the two nonnies. Have you got the guitar? What do you think this is? Scotch mist? Right, so. Shakespearean comedies are also shit. They're not shit! Shakespearean comedies dabble in an almost prescient way with gender roles. Do they? Yeah, you start playing and I shall explain. Okie dokie. Ty the technician, hit it. Yeah, not very loud, I'll get my own guitar. You got a guitar? Oh yeah, I've got the skills to pay the bills. And then you're going to explain about the Shakespearean gender roles. Of course I shall. Shakespearean comedies are a bit of a farce. There's a couple get split up down in Greece or Italy. They're lovely trick waiting, and the girl's so annoyed. She puts on pants and breeches and pretends to be a boy who's looking for a girl who's a boy playing a boy. But the girl is a boy playing a boy, being a girl playing a boy. Oh well, that ends well, but it rarely does. The Merchant of Venice, and As You Like It, and also 12th Night are completely chock full of it. The 1590s, a confusing time. Half the cast are cross-dressing, but you can't work out who they are, cause they haven't been introduced. A girl who's a boy plays a boy who looks totally like the boy playing a girl playing a boy. Also, aren't those two supposed to be twins? Ha ha ho 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 ho, who you calling a ho? Ho 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 ho, cha cha cha, oi. Thank you, thank you. Not how I wanted that to end. I know, but it was going on. Going on, you mean going on? Bloody going on, it wasn't going on. It was going somewhere, was it? Yes, unlike this show. Can we please have less of your fannying about? They like my fannying about. They don't like your fannying about. This is Brighton. They laugh when I do my fannying about. This is Brighton. When they laugh, they're being ironic now. Go and get a costume on. Brighton, challenge us. Go on. Nim. Nice costume, thank you very much. Feel all ready now. Although my hose are riding up. Well, then we should have a few minutes before they arrive. Does anybody have a suggestion of an obscure bit of Shakespeare that we could do? Really not that ginned up on Shakespeare after all, really? Pretty well covered all your bases. Anybody got a favourite?
Troilus and Cressida.
Troilus and Cressida. Hello, I'm Troilus. Hello, I'm Cressida. That's all we've got on Troilus and Cressida at the moment. It's early days. King John. Oh, King John. Did you know that King John, in the BBC version from 1984, was played by Leonard Rossiter? There you go. There's a fact you can take away with you. How did that go? Oh, Miss Jones, I see Vienna's done a whoopsie on the Magna Carta. Yeah, they don't actually mention Magna Carta. That's probably why. Allow me to just get my costume, because I have an obscure Shakespeare play we could do. What do you think we could do? Cymbeline. Yeah, simple. My name's not Ian. No. No. We're going to do Shakespeare's tragedy of the King of Britain, Cymbeline. Yeah, simple. My name's still not Ian. You're not familiar with the play Cymbeline? I don't think so. Okay, what happens is, can I have a guess? No, go on. In this play, Simple Ian meets a pie man going to the fair. Says Simple Ian, no! Is he on a diet? No! There's no Simple Ian. What would Simple Ian look like? Well, he'd be uncomplicated. Ah! You see, that's where you're wrong. Because, look, I am Cymbeline. Hello, Ian. Shut up! I am the protagonist. Then I'll have 20 Marlboros, please. I am the play's titular hero. The what? The play's whatchular hero? Titular. Have you got a problem? No, Ian. I'm not Ian. Where's Ian gone? What do you mean? Simple Ian, the titty fella with a fag shop. I am Cymbeline. Hello, Ian. Shut up! I am the eponymous hero. Eponymous. Yes, I'm the eponymous. You're not eponymous. I'm eponymous. You're the same height as me. Just pay attention. It's simple. That's what I've been saying. Right, you've done it again. You're not taking it seriously. Thou owl-faced poltroon. Thou stumble-plumbed granule. Are you all right in the head? You, sir, are a thigh-throttled, worm-winked besplatterer of otherwise pristine grumble dukes hurdy-gurdies. You are mental. Those are your Shakespearean insults, are they? Yeah. Watch this. I thumb my teeth at you. Go on then. Didn't you? You had to! You had to step outside of the box and be all meta and fourth wall. You can't just do the things the way I want you to do them. Well, he's no fun, your Shakespeare. No fun. No, he's not a laugh. I like a laugh. Okay, check this out. Knock, knock. Who's there in the name of Beelzebub? Why, here's an equivocator. No, you're doing it wrong. I'm not. I'm doing the famous knock, knock. I invented knock, knock. Yeah, well, you didn't, did you? Shakespeare invented it. He never did. He did. In Macbeth, in the porter scene, he goes, knock, knock. Who's there? Who? An equivocator. Yeah, it's not quite knock, knock. Who's there? Doctor, doctor, who is it? What you want is knock, knock. Who's there? Who? Equivocator. That's your dad right there. Oh, how Shakespeare managed to mention an equivocator 400 years before JCB invented it. That's an excavator. Excavator, yeah. Isn't that the bald bloke out of the X-Men? That's Xavier. Isn't that the rude bits of a lady's parts? That's labia. Wasn't that a number 7 hit in 1972 for Derek and the Dominoes? That's Layla. Wasn't she in Doctor Who? That's Leela. Wasn't that the singer of Shout and To Sir With Love, who was also a member of the Teletubbies and also a giant panda at Tokyo Zoo and also a tropical tree that produces an essential oil? That's Lulu and Lala and Ling Ling and Ilang Ilang. Ilang Ilang, Ilang Ilang. Wasn't that the first #1 hit for the Bay City Rollers? That was Bye Bye Baby. Or was it Give a Little Love? Aha! You see what you're being there? What? An equivocator. Come in, equivocator who could swear in both scales against either scale, who committed treason enough for that. See, that's not actually funny. You see, that's the problem with comedy in Shakespeare. He should have done it funny. What do you mean, done it funny? I'll show you. Ty, hit it. Done it funny. Yeah. You do the porter scene again. Okay. Oh, Mr. Porter, open the door. I would bet I'm doing a funny routine. Has it got them on the floor? It's frankly not going going down like it did back in the day. Come in, Mr. Macbeth, let's get on with the Scottish play. I say, what do you say, what do you say, what do you say? I played that character in Macbeth who won't let 1970s rock bands play. Banquo? No, but he drew the line at Thin Lizzy. Oh, Mr. Yorick, I knew you well, but now you're just a skull in the ground and I must admit you smell. You used to be a jester, entertained my dad. Now you only fester and you smell a little bad. I say, what do you say, what do you say, what do you say? I bet I'm gonna get the role of Hamlet's best mate before you do. Horatio, okay? On your marks. Oh, Mr. Trinculo from the Tempest, you do a funny routine on a beach in a doublet and a vest. It's quite inconsequential, but on its own it stands. Yeah, I've seen it with Roger Lloyd Pack and once with Russell Brand. You've seen a lot of this? I have. I'll tell you what though. Oh, Toby Belch, you are quite unique. Because when you do your comedy bits with Andrew Ague Cheek, they're actually rather funny after a 400-year wait. Here, as an example, let's do a bit of Shakespeare straight. Go on. Bless you, fair shrew. Accost, Sir Andrew. Accost. What's that? My niece's chambermaid. Accost. Good mistress, accost. Bless you. Her name's Mary. Good Mistress Mary accost. No, you mistake, knight. Accost is front her, board her, woo her, assail her. You see, it's funny because it's a joke about sexual assault. Timeless. Oh, Mr. Shakespeare, it's not all kings and knights. They don't just fight and poison each other and fanny about in tights. Occasionally there's gags, but to judge how well they fare, in most cases, to tell the truth, you frankly had to be there. Thank you. Good. So I'll just get this off. And now let's see if we can do something properly. Can we do something properly? I'm up for it. Right. Are you ready for Richard III? No. Are there cattle in? There's cattle in, yes. Are they ready for They're ready for it. They're probably lining the edges of Bosworth Field in preparation now. Go and get your Clarence costume on. Will this one do? That would save a lot of bother if you just wore that costume, yes. Okay, so you're the Duke of Clarence and I am Richard III. I'll just get my costume on for Richard III. Get off, you come in with your first line. Okie dokie. Now, hang on, I'm not ready. No, I don't need you yet. I do this first bit. Oh, okay, tell me when you're ready. Right here. No, I'm not ready yet. No. No, I'm still doing this bit. I'm clearly misreading the signals. You are. Just read the script. I'm Richard III. You're Clarence. Clarence. Off you go. Read your line. Now, His Majesty tendering my petition. No. What? I see the problem here. My opening word is not Q. I go, now is His Majesty tendering my... No, I see what you've done. You've mistaken my use of the word now, His Majesty tendering my... Shut up. The actual word now, His Majesty stop. Think of my words as in inverted commas. Did you just try and do inverted commas with your fingers? Yeah, well, obviously I can't do inverted commas properly because I've got no fingers, but imagine that when I say now is His Majesty tendering my... Stop! That was in inverted commas. Yeah, inverted commas look very much like you opening and closing your mouth. What? I can't see what else I could possibly... How about a raspberry? What? A raspberry. A raspberry. Yeah, you know... You want me to at the beginning of Richard III's dramatic opening monologue? If you would. It would deliver much needed clarity. It's not going to do a lot for my gravitas. Leave gravitas to me. Off you go. Okay, get off. Okay, Richard III. Now is His Majesty tendering my... No! You forgot the raspberry. I forgot. Okay. Get off. Richard III. Now is the winter of our discontent made glorious summer by the son of York, and all the clouds that lured upon our house in the deep bosom of the ocean buried His Majesty tendering my person soup. What are you doing? I didn't. I know I. You, what did you for? I've had enough of that. I wanted Clarence. Clarence is not a big deal in this. I'm Richard III. The play is called Richard III. Don't you think that makes me more important in the billing than Clarence, the Duke of Clarence? I am so good they named me twice. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we're running out of time now. Is the winter of our discontent? Shut it! Right, let's cut to the chase. Let's go right to the end. A horse, my kingdom for a horse. Who are you with the hump and the catchphrase? I am Richard III, and I am in desperate need of a horse. I have some Findus lasagna from 2013. Like that gag, a bit like that gag, yes. Well, that's not going to help me. I need a horse to escape from the Battle of Bosworth. What are you doing there? I'm trying to end the War of the Roses. Why? Because fighting with roses turns out to be shit. You end up injuring your own hand as much as the person you're trying to hit with the roses. A war of sticks and guns would have been a much more sensible idea. I really wish we'd thought that through 100 years ago. So, but no, War of the Roses it's crap and I want to end it. So do you have a horse? I'll see what I've got. Thank you, kind farrier, for farrier you must be. That's all you could find. That's all I could find. Oh, well, thank you, kind farrier. I shall take delivery of that. Okay, that will be... Can you hold that? That will be one kingdom, please. Yeah. Okay, can you hold it? That was actually more of a metaphor. Well, we don't accept metaphors. It's cash or kingdoms. It says it very clearly on the sign above the door. Oh dear, oh my money is in my other armour. Well, that's you bugging, he's over here. Oh shit, dead. 500 years later, here I am in Leicester, walking through a car park. I can't help noticing this car park's a little bit lumpy. Oh, King Richard III! The end. Thank you, thank you. I can't say that went exactly the way I wanted. Well, do you know why? Why? The costume was working quite well, but it was limited. Limited. Yeah, you want to go to town? Go to town. Right, I'm going to go to town. Excellent, he's going to go to town. Are you going to go to town pulling out the wrong costume? To begin with, I'm going to pull out the wrong costume. Yeah, give me a hand down. You don't know how it's done, don't pretend you do. Right, for now, ladies and gentlemen, now, Othello. The cattle are less impressed. Well, I think with your fannying about, there is a law of diminishing returns. They're starting to realise they might never get anything done properly, but oh, you will now. You're going to get Othello. For I am Roderigo. Who am I? You're Iago. Go and get an Iago costume. Oh, anything down here look vaguely alike? Just use anything. Just say I am Iago and say it with confidence. Okay, hello, I am Iago. Fair enough, this is how Iago dresses. This is Venice in whatever century we're set in, and Iago is feeling the chill. I'm Rodrigo. Hello, Iago. Iago, I gave you money to spy on Othello the Moor. Well, I don't want to spy on him anymore. You failed to tell me that Desdemona, who I fancy, has secretly got married to Othello. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Mind you, I'm pissed off because he hasn't promoted me. He's replaced me with Casio. Casio, yeah. Wee electronic keyboard, does everything I can do. Well, we must get our revenge. Do you know what I could do? Well, I could wake up Desdemona's dad, Brabantio. How will you do that? I don't know, bash some pedal bins together? Brabantio, just me on that, see yourselves. Well, I shall away and fetch Othello. Hello, Othello! Have you not got the costume on yet? Did you not open and close your mouth when you said that? No, I forgot to. Do you need a hand with the costume? I did a wee bit. There we go. Have you got it on now? Yeah. More impressive when I do this myself, but frankly, that'll have to do. I don't know why you're needing that overcoat. I'm really, really warm now. You're Othello. Yes, I'm Othello the Moor. Yeah, you don't look very black. Well, I'm not going to black up, am I? I'm not that Lucas. Smell me. What do I smell of? You smell... What do I smell of? You smell like Pringles. Were you going to do my line? Yes. Like I said, it's very hot here. Why do you smell like Pringles? Oh, because, smell them again. Oh, they are very Moorish. I see what you've done there. Yes, you see. Doused myself in Pringles, and now I'm going to go off to Cyprus and destroy the Turkish fleet and marry Desdemona, and then we're going to have some fun with it. Oh, this is too complicated. Of course, it's a Shakespearean tragedy. They're all very complicated. I know, but we're running out of time. There's people have got places to go. They've got buses to catch. In Brighton, okay. They've got to put on green wellies and get into Range Rovers. But either way, they've got to get away. Listen, go get the piano. Yeah. Might I point out, I'm already wearing 3 layers of clothes. Take the risk. Okie dokie. No, you see, if I sum up all of Othello in song, I bet I can do it in about a minute. Okie dokie. I've got. Strangely, the piano necessitates me wearing a lounge suit. Okay. You just tell that quiet piano to play the music, and I shall fill him in on Iago. Okay, piano, hit it. My name's Iago and I'm a bit of a git. Fuck, if I give you information, better not to trust it. I am manipulative, and you see, I'm Machiavellian before Machiavelli. We were all a goner. From when I gave to Desdemona Othello's hanky, and I used it to fool his ego. Made him think she was going out with Roderigo. So he smothers her and he stabs Emilia the maid before she's been paid. And then when he sees what a mess he has made, Othello stabs Iago and then he stabs himself to death. The end. Brilliant, thank you. Get the piano. Bad stage directions. That's not how we're going to do this show. Is it not? No. Honestly, I had this so well planned. Well, you know, we can wing it. We can't wing it. To wing it, you got to know stuff about Shakespeare. I know loads about Shakespeare. All right, right. I will try spontaneously do it. Oh, fuck it. I'll try spontaneous suggestion and word association. I'll say a word, and you say the first Shakespearean thing that comes into your mind. Blown. Pardon my French. No, I had not started, had I? Sorry, seems to be the hardest word. Oh God, I'm doing it now. I'm going to say a Shakespearean quote. You say the first thing that comes to mind. The gap. Know your enemy. Don't! Stop believing. Hang on to that feeling. Right. Get off. What? You're fired. But we've got to do the finale. I'm going to do the finale myself. Clear off. Don't try and build the sympathy. They've seen that before. Just get up. I can do the finale. We're going to close with Romeo and Juliet. I'm seeing the folly of my ways just there. You know what? If he were to come back this very second, I'd say to him, fuck off, what do you want? I will do it properly now. Will you? Yes, I will, because I like the costume. Okie dokie. So, our grand finale, ladies and gentlemen, is the tragic tale of Romeo and Juliet. Sing the tune. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum. From The Apprentice. It's not from The Apprentice. That is the music from The Apprentice. Fuck these costumes. Oh! You do realise when you whisper you don't sound like yourself. Okay. Realise that. I'll try not to do that again. I'm knacking myself on the set there. I don't recommend it. I'm Romeo of the family that is called the Montagues of Bewley. You have a car museum in Hampshire and everything. I am Juliet, and I am a catapult. You sure? That's what it says in the script. Well, I am a Montague. Well, if there's one thing we catapults cannot stand, by the way, is that family called the Montagues of Bewley. They are our mental enemies. Mortal enemies. They are our mortal enemies. Well, I have been chucked by a lassie by the name of Rosalind, so I am on the pull. I think I shall go to that party that I see taking place across the street. Here I am at my house. Has your costume fallen off? My costume's fallen off. I'll just get another one. Fair enough. So what will you... Will I recognise you when you come in? Well, you won't recognise me because I'm wearing this one now, but yeah. Okay, fair enough. I am at my house. It's a nice house. It's got a balcony, for example. And some decking. Ooh! I've changed for the party. Here I am! At this lovely house with... Oh, look at the sausage rolls. Look at the Tizer. What a swell party this is! Hello? Hello? I think I shall impress this young lady with my knowledge of matters Shakespearean. Tie! Hit it! So, hiya. Did you hear about 12th night? No, some folks got shipwrecked. It worked out all right. Well, did you ever? What a swell party this is! And did you hear about the Hamlet boy? No, he got cut off in his soliloquy. Get thee to a nunnery, did you ever? What a swell party this is! What doublets, what ruffs, what a lot of tasty bits of stuff. We like a drink, us. Aye, you're all tight as Andronicus. Oh, did you hear about the Thane of Cawdor? No, he stabbed a lot of people, that is out of order. Did you ever? What a swell party this is! And did you hear about Shylock? No, to get a pound of flesh, the cut off is what a shock. Talk about prick me, do I not bleed? What a swell party this is. Oh look, there's Julius Caesar. He's drinking up a Cardi breezer. And Brutus is at the nuts. Et tu, Brute, et the lot, the greedy guts. Did you hear Cleopatra got bit? Oh, that sounds painful. Asp, no tit. Well, did you ever? What a swell party, a swell party, a swell elegant party this is. Thank you. Hi. I'm Romeo. I'm Juliet. Do you come here often? Well, yeah, I live here. No, you can't. Oh no. Well, this is the house of the dreaded catapults. Well, I ken that, for I am Juliet of the catapults. Oh no, in the name of the wee man, what's your problem? Well, I'm only one of the family called the Montagues of Bewley. Well, the ones with the car museum, the very same. Well, you'd better bugger off then. If my dad sees you, I'll have your nuts. Oh, well, bye. Oh no, woe is me, twice woe and thrice woe. I fair fancied her. Nay, she probably didn't fancy me. Romeo, are you knacking yourself? No, I've got my legs over. Romeo! Hello, who is that by yonder broken window who has left the lights on? Wherefore, I think I shall shimmy over for a closer look. Romeo, shimmy. Wherefore art thou, shimmy? Wherefore art thou, ro shimmy? You milking the shimmies, I know. But see, you fancy me like I fancy you, so, in the words of the immortal bard, you and me, babe, how about it? Would that be the immortal bard Mark Knopfler? It is! But it still stands, come on then! No, it can't! Our two families are mental enemies, so we can never be an item. Do you know, I think I've got a solution. Do you? Yeah. I shall go and see my friend, Friar Tuck. Fry. Ding! Hiya, Friar Tuck. Oh, hello, Romeo of the Montagues. Would you like some chips? No, you're all right. So, how can I help you? Well, do you want a Savoy? No, I'm fine, really am. I've got a problem. What's your problem, Romeo, apart from not wanting chips? I'm on a diet. I fancy this lassie. Really? Yeah, and she fancies me. Doesn't sound like much of a problem to me. No, thing is though, our two families are mortal enemies. And so, we cannot get it on. That's not a problem, Romeo. I tell you what, I'll pop over and see yon Juliet a wee bit later with a solution to your problems. I knew you wouldn't let me down, Friar Tuck. Oh, and one thing. What? In the meantime, try not to get in any trouble. As if I would get in any trouble. Must not get in any trouble. Must not get in any trouble. Must not get in any...
Hey there. Are you Romeo of the Montagues?
Oh no, is that Tybalt of the Catapults?
Aye. On guard.
On guard?
Yeah, on guard with this invisible knife. On guard.
Oh, could you not do that? I'm trying to stay out of trouble here. What's your problem, Tybalt of the Catapults?
Well, you ken that party at our house the other night.
Aye.
Your gate crashed at you wee rat's bastard.
So I didn't make anything.
Got you fairly into the sausage rolls. There isn't that much Tizer left when you'd finished. You'd on guard.
Oh no, I'm trying to keep out. Are you having trouble there, Romeo? Oh, hello, my friend Mercutio, just out of shot. What's that you say? Are you having trouble with that wee numpty, Tybalt?
You call it wee numpty, you fat bastard.
Yeah, you wee numpty.
Yeah, come over here and say that.
No, you come over here and say that. Oh, please, I'm trying to keep out of trouble, the pair of you.
Yeah, well, come over there, you fat bastard. Stab, stab, stabbity, stab, stab, stabbity, stabbity, stab. Poke, gouge, eviscerate, up the bum, in the eyeball. Stab, stabbity, stabbity, stab, stab, stabbity, stab, stab, stab.
Did you just do what I think you did?
Maybe.
You stabbed my mate Mercutio.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, it comes over here giving it that.
There's no reason to stab him. Mercutio, how are you doing? A plague on both your houses. See, he's pissed off now.
Ah, talk to the hand.
There's only one thing for it. Mercutio, let's have your dagger. Take this Tybalt of the Catapult. Stab, stab, stabbity, stab. What are you doing? I'm miming stabbing you. You're miming having sex in sign language. Did you see the final? Aye, Hibs done grand. Back into character. Long distance stab. Stab. Dead. Do you know, thinking it through, that probably wasn't the most convenient way of arranging my conflict resolution. I think I may have to run away to some far distant town. Oh, woe is me! Romeo, Romeo, wherefore and legs, not a good idea. Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art you been away for ages? Hello, who are you? Hello, I'm Friar Tuck. I was going to slip this under your door, but since you're here, what are you going to slip under my door? This draft. I've already got a draft under my door. No. I have here a sleeping draft. A sleeping draft? Yeah, see, you take this and it'll make it look like you've dropped down dead. Okay, and then we bury you. You're in a bundle of laughs, you are. No. See, then we'll dig you up a wee bit later and you and Romeo can go off to Gretna Green and get married. What a brilliant idea. Thank you, Friar Tuck. Here, give me that sleeping draft. Glug, 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 glug. Oh, woe is me. Woe, woe, twice woe, thrice woe. Oh, where is my Juliet? I've had to leave her in town. Balthazar. Hiya. Hello, my mate Balthazar. Hiya. How's it going in the boy band? Not so good. We got knocked out, but we've got talent. Well, how go things back in fair Verona? No so well. How no? Well, you ken that lassie who you fancy? Oh yeah, Juliet fancy her. Yeah, well, she snuffed it. You what? Snuffed it? Ah, yeah. How did she snuff it? Took some poison. Where did she get poison from? I don't know. She must have gone to the apothecary. She must have gone to the apothecary. She must have gone to the she must have gone to the chemist's. Well, there was nothing for it. I must have went to the chemist's myself. What, to get poison? No, to get Listerine, yes. I'm going to get some poison. Well, take care, eh? Come here, apothecary. Oh no, woe, woe, twice woe, thrice woe, status quo, there she is. Dead. 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 A silly cow. Women, eh? Can't live with them, especially when your families hate each other's guts. Come to think of it, we are both only 13 years old, and I've only ended up on the child sex offenders register. I've got some real poison here, and I know how to use it. Glug, 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 glug. Ooh. Oh, that was a lovely wee snooze, that was. Oh, Romeo! Wasn't that a brilliant idea by Friar Tuck, eh? You and I going to sneak off the Gretna Green and... Romeo? Romeo? Wherefore the fuck are you playing at, Romeo? No, you silly sod! I faked my own suicide! What sort of treatment do you think I'm going to get for that in 12th century Verona? Well, if you've taken real poison, there'll be some poison left on your lips. Come here. Come on, give it some tongue, deep boy. No, it's not working. Wait a minute. Is this a dagger that I see before me? Wrong play, don't care. Self-stab, 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 dead. Is that how it ends? Kind of, yeah. Well, we're both dead. That's the end of the play. Well, one of the other characters is supposed to come on and do a speech. So, think it through. Wait a minute, I've got an idea. Almost there, almost there. Fuck, I dropped him.